When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya.
We really gotta stop, like praise ya. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed with a smiling face, the praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never, no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise y'all for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. It's a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya.
Mercy on you, mercy on me. They say the truth has set you free. See prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Yisrael, cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing steal out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we backed by the Most High, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is seasoned and wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just proceed to listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise y'all for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, hey, praise ya.
We really gotta stop, like praise ya. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed with a smiling face, the praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never, no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise y'all for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride. Just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
Mercy on you, mercy on me. They say the truth has set you free. See prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Yisrael, cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing still out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we backed by the Most High, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is seething and wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just proceed to listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise y'all for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
We really gotta stop like praise, yeah. Stop and praise the ancient of days. Teary-eyed and with a smiling face, the praise you gave was already ordained. Stop and praise for keeping you in your lane. Give a praise for breaking off them chains. Before you let somebody steal your praise, think about the spirit in which they came. Think about the energy they gave. Is it worth it? Nope, never, no way. Kingdom we broke into a praise dance. I praise y'all for D4 hug daps. Praise Yahweh for the congregation, and I praise him for the angels, the elders, and all their dedication. See this truth, it'll cut you, heal you, it'll make or break you. It's a spiritual walk, it's a spiritual ride. Just don't despise the chastisement when you get chastised. You a son, not a bastard, right? You gon' get chastised. It's a spiritual ride, just vibe. Yeah, just vibe. We gon' ride. All praises to the Most High.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey, all I can do is stop and praise ya. When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, all I can do is stop and praise ya, praise ya, praise ya.
Mercy on you, mercy on me. They say the truth has set you free. See prophecy been fulfilled for real. Now what the deal? We giving praise to the God of Yisrael, cause it's real out here. People get killed out here. They robbing still out here. It's getting hard out here. The love of many wax cold from what I hear. But we backed by the most high, so who shall you feel? You gotta be bold and righteous to live. The flesh is seasonally wicked. Sin deceiving is vicious. Repentance needed to fix it. His mercy too exquisite to miss it. Just proceed to listen. Let's stick to the mission. Believe and receive his blessing. You see, blessings come from above. None of us deserve it. None of us is worthy. But we praise y'all for his mercy.
When I think of your mercy and all that you've done for me, hey.
A lot of saying, bro.
Shalom Facebook, Shalom YouTube. Welcome to our prophecy class. Today we're in the prophet Jeremiah chapter 50. But before we get started, does anyone have any questions? Yes.
Yes, I got a question I gotta remember. It just popped in my head. I supposed to have to remember it, but I think it's when you went to Psalms 19. I believe. I have a question. Learn me up. In verse 13, what is the great transgression?
Good question. Anybody want to stab at that?
Oh, yeah.
Psalm 19 in verse 13, it says, keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins, let them not have dominion over me. Psalm 19, verse 13.
Yeah, we talked about what that
It
was.
says, keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins, let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. So what would be the great transgression? Yes.
Blasphemy?
No,
Come close?
not quite blasphemy. I mean, yeah, you can, in check say, all manner of blasphemy can be forgiven. But blasphemy against the Holy Spirit can never be forgiven.
So that's what it
So,
is.
but that's Mashiach saying that. Now, he's talking about something entirely different when he says it. Now, what is the great transgression?
Transmission.
That Dawid is referring to? Yes.
I know the answer.
No, you had your shot.
I'll let her have it.
Huh?
I'll
You let her have it, okay.
Worshiping idols.
What?
Worshiping idols. Worshiping idols.
Worshiping other gods.
Yeah.
All right, that would be the great transgression. So, I brought that out numerous times about the worst things our fathers could have done. Worship another God. I mean, I gave them laws, statutes, but the one law that we broke, the one that told them to have another God before me, they did it over and over again, and so that would be, and that's what got them so angry. And so that great transgression was that you worship another God. You've been given a God to worship, but you worship somebody else. So that's a great transgression.
What
So it wouldn't be the Holy Spirit then?
Huh?
I said, so it wouldn't be the Holy Spirit, the worst thing that you can't be forgiven for?
You can't be forgiven for blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. That won't be forgiven.
Yeah. So
You understand what that means?
what?
It means that almost the same thing we just read here.
Yeah.
Remember the Jews or the Pharisees attributed what the miracles the Mashiach was showing
Right.
to Beelzebub.
Okay.
That's blasphemy against the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I thought that was number one.
Well, see, that's the thing. This is saying basically the same thing. The great transgression, you worship another God.
Right.
Right? When they give glory to Beelzebub, Satan, that's blasphemy.
Right.
Right.
I
But
got
you can be,
that. I really got that one.
but you can be forgiven for worshiping other gods if you repent from it.
Worship another God, yeah, that might be forgiven.
I mean,
If
technically,
you repent,
technically, as being Christians, we worship other gods. Technically,
well, yeah,
Ignorantly,
well, they
but-
are.
yeah.
That's true. But are they under the covenant?
Okay.
we've been forgiven.
That's my point.
Yeah, we were Christians.
Well, I know, but Yahweh who opened our eyes to see this?
Yahweh.
Yeah, so we've been seeing that we've been sinning all our lives, didn't even realize it. So Yahweh calling back, show you, look what you've been doing. And I still preserved you. So He's giving us another shot, right? We did not know.
That's true.
We were ignorant.
Well, being raised by Satan, what you expect?
Well, it's been going on for 400 years.
Yep.
So what choice did we have? We didn't have no alternative.
Right.
Yeah, so Yahweh sent a teacher down here
True.
and showed us there's an alternative.
Praise God.
Right. Yeah, man.
So technically, even though we baptized, we still can't qualify as virgins then.
Virgins?
Yes, we can't qualify as virgins because technically, I mean, even though we've been baptized, we still got those thoughts and experiences and whatever of being whores, worship other gods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what you just said ties right back into what we're saying here.
Right.
Because if you're a virgin, that means you didn't go to another person, another God.
You've been faithful, right?
Right. You've been faithful.
Yeah.
So technically, we can't be virgins then.
Technically,
Yes. I mean,
I mean,
we've been
you mean
baptized-
we used to worship another God,
Right, so-
and then
so-
Yahweh called away from that?
Right, so we're not virgins then. We just be
Well,
forward.
remember what the baptism is for. It's to wash away past sins.
Yeah, right.
So have been forgiven of those past sins. So you now are a virgin.
Okay, I guess.
And born again, right?
Huh?
Born again. You start.
Yeah, born again. That's right.
Yeah.
Good way to put that. Born again.
I think he was saying what I'm getting at. What he's saying, we still hadn't come out of Egypt, America, and we still sin. But like you said, we still keep Sabbath day and everything else.
Yeah.
We hadn't strayed away from what we believe in.
From the moment we heard this, we stayed with it. Right? We never went to someone else, another God, and went back to the God that we used to worship, or whatever we used to do. So technically we are virgins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one. Me and you talked about. You remember you telling me about also that great transgression can be covetousness. You were saying you have to be careful in that new world order when it kicks in. You know, it's going to be a lot of desire for this and that. You know, food and everything else. Remember we was talking about that. That made a whole lot of sense too. And you say covetousness mean what? Desiring stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's desiring something that's not yours.
And that could very well happen in that new world order, right? People that, you know, they don't take that name, number, and mark.
Yeah, it'll be desperate times.
Yeah, see, yeah,
Right?
we've
So
talked
it
about
don't be necessarily coveting,
Yeah,
but you don't see another choice.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even at that though, if you can't get some, you still got that desire. Am I right?
What now?
You got that desire. You want it bad, but you can't get it. Unless
Which you like food?
everything. You know, burying your dead, food, everything.
That's normal for everybody.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily coveting. Sometimes people look at something and say, I want that, so I got to go and get it somewhere else.
oh yeah,
Right? He's not going to go and steal it. And that's one of the things covetous means, that it leads to stealing and robbing.
Yeah.
But if you look at something and admire something, that don't mean you're going to take it.
no,
That
but
you can go and get one for yourself.
you can covet it. You can covet it. The Mashiach said you can covet something, right? Just with the thought. Am I right?
Yeah, the thing is, not necessarily coveting, is what he was saying was that to look upon a woman to lust after her, you already committed adultery. So you got two different sins here.
Right,
One's adultery and one's coveting.
right.
So if you're going to covet that person over there, then you committed adultery. But coveting itself, what is the judgment for coveting?
There is none.
There is none.
No, I'm just saying you desiring something that don't belong to you or belong to somebody else. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. Again, that leads to not only adultery. It leads to stealing.
You're right. You're right.
It leads to even killing.
That's right.
Right. So, in and of itself, there is no definition for coveting. It's what it leads to. What defines coveting. Okay.
So your name in the book of life written down, your name written down into the book of life, right? Is that, I'm trying to say how to say it properly, but would that be like a clinch for us not really sinning the way the world is sinning? Because he says it was what? To get your name erased from the book of life. There's only certain things that'll make this happen. So that would that be a protection for us?
If our name is written in the book of life?
Yeah, that means there's some type of protection covering us.
Yeah, it's a wrap. As long as you don't transgress the law, blaspheme.
Well, if you
Because you can get your name blotted out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But see, because of what we do and how we approach God, all right, and how we follow after this truth, because it's spiritual,
Mhm.
all right, that would keep us away from those sins, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
Even though you had that thought about it, but yet still you don't follow that thought.
Listen, we're flesh. And I mentioned this yesterday.
Yeah, right, you did.
Right. And so this flesh will always be tempted.
Yeah, true.
Because the flesh is weaker than the spirit.
Right,
That's why y'all gave it this law, because the law is spiritual, right?
right,
So we have something to go to or hold on to and say, no, that's wrong.
that's right.
Right? So it keeps us in the light and not in the darkness.
Right.
So when we don't have that light, we walk in darkness, we probably do anything. But now we got that light.
Right.
Now we understand what we're supposed to do and what we're not supposed to do. So it keeps our mind focused. Even though you got a beautiful woman walking down the street, right?
Right, right.
Red bone bowleg. And you see her, but you say, she's just a red bone bowleg woman.
Hey,
That's all.
fine specimen.
I didn't go that far.
And just let it go.
see, you want to take it a step further.
Well, I mean,
I didn't go that
You
far.
kind of racist, right?
Who?
You prejudiced.
Why you say that?
You don't know say nobody dark skin.
You colorblind. You were colorblind.
What do you mean?
You just prefer red, but you colorblind. Elder Yaakov was like that.
You
Something
know,
going on with it.
I never noticed.
They will bless you, right?
Wait a minute.
Because you prejudice. You don't never say nothing about the dark skinned woman.
Not the yellow ones, not the red one. Well, the red one, not the brown ones, not the dark ones, always the red one.
Facebook, YouTube, they say I'm racist.
You stuck on color, man. But me and you came up in that. We came up in that age.
Yeah.
Everybody was stuck on color.
Yeah, I know. Because we didn't realize it because we all treated each other the same way. But like I said before, when I graduated from high school, I found out that the teachers had put the dark-skinned people in one class and the light-skinned people in another class. Why? Because they saw the difference too. They figured light-skinned people are smarter than dark-skinned
That's
people.
right.
Yeah,
I mean, I said colorblind. That was wrong. You color struck.
color struck.
Yeah. So they got, if you white, you're right. If you yellow, you mellow. If you're brown, stick around. If you're black, get back.
Yep.
Right.
Now we had that old saying, the drummed in us. Yeah, so the blacker you are, the worse you are.
Right.
That's why we want to process it so it wouldn't look so black. We got that good hair.
That's why we used to fight if somebody called us black growing up.
Oh yeah.
I tell them young people now, you could get hurt by calling somebody black.
That's
I said,
right.
man, y'all calling each other black.
Them fighting words.
I saw, maybe gotta get on with the class. It was something happened on the news years ago. And this white guy said, well, that colored fella there, I know that colored fella. And the newscaster was a young sister. She looked at him with disdain. I say, the man is saying colored. He's right.
This a black woman?
Yeah.
What you expect?
He said colored. And the man was right.
Yeah. She young girl?
Yeah, about 29, 30. She looked at him. She put her hands on her hip like, how dare he say colored?
Well, that's brainwashing right there. She doesn't know her history. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, again, we are in Jeremiah chapter 50. And let me, and people that may be new watching this, let me explain something to you. In Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51, it speaks about the total destruction of Babylon. And by Babylon, and these prophets are supposed to be destroyed in one day. Now, when you go back in history and look at the actual Babylon, for instance, let's go to Daniel chapter 5 and see the destruction of the Medo-Persian, of the Babylonian Empire. In Daniel chapter 5, I'll tell you what, Brother Stephen. Let's pick this up at verse 17 to verse 31. Now we're going to see the end of the Babylonian Empire and the beginning of the Medo-Persian Empire, okay? So we're going to see how this lines up what we're about to read in the prophecies. Go ahead, Brother Stephen. In Daniel chapter 5, verse 17 to verse 31.
Then Daniel answered and said before the king, let thy gifts be to thyself, and give thy rewards to another. Yet I will read the writing unto the king, and make known to him the interpretation.
Now this particular king is Belshazzar, and he's actually the grandson of Nebuchadnezzar. But Belshazzar is having a feast using the vessels that the Babylonians took out of the temple. And so he's seen a handwriting on the wall, scared him to death. So he went and got Daniel, and Daniel answered him. And he said, I'll give you everything you want. So Daniel said, keep that stuff to yourself. Pick it up at verse 18, Brother Stephen.
O thou king, the Most High Elohim gave Nebuchadnezzar, your grandfather, a kingdom and majesty and glory and honor. And for the majesty that he gave him, all people, nations, and languages trembled and feared before him.
Mm-hmm.
Whom he would, he slew, and whom he would, he kept alive, and whom he would, he set up, and whom he would, he put down. But when his heart was lifted up, and his mind hardened in pride, he was disposed from his kingly throne, and they took his glory from him.
They deposed him. Deposed him.
What did I say?
Disposed him.
No, I meant disposed.
You got the powder grip in?
Yeah.
I got some in my drawer in case you need some.
Let's read it again. But when his heart was lifted up and his mind hardened in pride, he was deposed from his kingly throne, and they took his glory from him. And he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like the beast, and his dwelling was with the wild asses. They fed him with grass like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till he knew that the Most High God ruled in the kingdom of men, and that he appointed over it whomsoever he will.
Mm-hmm.
And thou his son, and thou his grandson, right?
Mm-hmm.
And thou his grandson, O Belshazzar, has not humbled thine heart, though thou knewest all this, but have lifted up thyself against the Adonai of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy masters, thy wives, and thy concubines have drunk wine in them. And thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold, of brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know, and the Elohim in whose hand thy breath is, and whose are all thy ways, hast thou not glorified. Then was part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written. Mene, Tekel, Upharsin. This is the interpretation of the thing. Mene, Elohim, have numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel, you are weighed in the balances and are found wanting.
Mm-hmm.
Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Then commanded Belshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with scarlet, and put a chain of gold about his neck, and made a proclamation concerning him, that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And that night was Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain, and Darius the Mede took the kingdom, being about 62 years old.
Look at we're looking at the end of the Babylonian Empire. When you kill the king, you've taken over that empire. So now it becomes a Medo-Persian Empire, right? Seems like an easy transition, when a lot of noise made. It says in verse 30, in that night was Belshazzar the king of the Chaldeans slain, and Darius the Median took the kingdom, being about 62 years old. That would be considered kind of old back in those days. But let's see what the prophet Jeremiah said about Yes, sir.
I need some clarification on this. I got like a couple part question. Right, the Medes and the Persians, that's modern day Babylon and Iraq now, right?
Modern day Russia and Iraq.
Right.
Iran.
Iran.
I'm talking about Babylon itself.
I thought the Medes.
Oh,
the
Babylon.
Persians-
I'm sorry, Babylon itself. Yeah, it's southern Iraq.
Okay, and the Persians, that was like Iran, and the Medes were the Russians, but that was in that area. Okay, when you go Elam, and with the Persians, were they Shemitic or were they
The Persians.
The Persians, they were Shemitic.
They were Gentiles.
They were Gentiles. So,
Yeah.
so there wasn't a Shem.
No.
It wasn't the bloodline of Shem.
No.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now Elam is of the bloodline of Shem, right?
No, they will be considered Shem.
Okay.
Mhm.
But Elam is also part of they was in Iran
That's part
too.
of the Babylonian Empire. Yeah.
So-
As a matter of fact, the Elamites helped Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar II actually, to take over the land. The Elamites was involved with him also.
So could the Elamites and the Persians be kind of mixed together a little bit?
So that would change the genealogy of the Elamites,
Okay.
because the Elamites are Shemitic,
Okay.
and the Persians was the Gentiles.
But we still have to destroy the Elamites too one day, right?
If they're still here,
Okay.
because we haven't heard too much of them since after the Babylonian Empire.
Okay.
And even the Philistines, we heard very, very little about them. Whatever happened to those people?
Okay.
So they might have mingled in with the rest of everybody, and they just kind of disappeared and took on another people's culture.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so like what's going on, bring it up to modern day time. What's going on with, like, let's say with the Iranian and Russian? That's that Persian media that go back thousands of years, correct?
Yeah, it goes back to here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
perfect. Thank
That's why America is hesitant in starting anything with Iran, because Russia already said that they're my boys.
you.
They've
The
always
American
been
family
close.
kinda like, right, yeah.
Yeah, they've always been close, and they may not even know why they're so close. But yeah, this is where it started at here, back during the time of Cyrus the Great and Artaxerxes and Darius. Yeah, so yeah, you see the partnership between the Medes and the Persian here, because you got Darius the Median, right? So that's why they call it the Medo-Persian Empire, because of a marriage between I think it goes back a couple of generations where the Medes and the Persian intermarried with each other. There's a king and a queen, and they married one another. And so that's how far back the Medo-Persian goes, because of the union between the queen and the king, queen of the Medes and king of the Persians. Right, so it goes back that far. So now you got the Medo-Persian, you got the partnership that goes back thousands of years and trace it all the way back to a marriage. Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
I think the man that was married was C-Y-E-X-E-S. I forgot. I forgot. I know it starts with a C, but I forgot. It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something. Now the Medes and Persians, the Persians are basically Muslims, right?
Right now, yeah.
And the Medes, they're Catholics, right? We're talking about them Russians, right?
Yeah.
How do they coexist?
Not through religion.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but their relationship goes back further than their religions.
Yeah.
Right, so
They basically pretty much same people, right?
yeah, but both of them were Gentiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so-
Because like you say, America don't really want to just mess with Russia too cool,
Right.
but there's Iran sitting over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, Iran and Russia have been working kind of closer lately.
Right.
So especially with this new economic system they're trying to set up. You got Iran, you got Russia, you got China,
And China too.
Brazil, with a BRIC coalition.
And if you mess with Russia and Iran, now you got China on your
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so America got a lot she got to deal with.
Well, that's Trump know that. So that's why I just picking on Venezuela.
It's okay.
Is it?
But if I remember correctly, in Venezuela, didn't Russia make a deal with Venezuela to build harbors down in Venezuela? They can have warships down there. Didn't they do
A
that?
while back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still there?
I don't know, but I remember what you're talking about.
But how can America get away with blowing up them little dope boats and Russia don't say nothing.
That's a good point. Something going on, ain't it?
That's the video I wanted to send y'all, but it's on TikTok. I mean, it's on Instagram. And so, actually sent it to me, but, yeah, that's,
You can forward it.
I don't know how.
Well, he, like I said,
Because again, you gotta have Instagram to receive Instagram, right?
No.
You don't?
You can send it to,
Text?
yeah, to the text, and they got it, and they can click on it, they can go into it. If not, then they can have to, it'll still give them availability to go out there and get to look at it.
All right, well, I'll let you look at it.
But they got all that oil. They got the
Venezuela?
World's, yeah, they got the world's largest oil reserves.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons Russia made a deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think you were talking about. Let me see. Gosh. I know at one point in time, they were trying to Russia and them were trying to put. I think they did put some missiles on Venezuela in Venezuela's country that can reach the United States.
The United States should know that. Yet still, they're being aggressive on this thing.
Well, that's why they hesitant to really, like, they shut down, they told them to shut down the airspace the other day. Apparently he didn't shut down the airspace. So I think they kind of hesitant of really going in the way they want to go in. Same thing with Iran, because it's going to open up a whole can of worms.
So how does that affect the peace negotiations between Ukraine and Russia?
Well, Ukraine's
because America can drop a bomb on Venezuela.
They can.
Now that can activate the Russians to retaliate.
Well, I know what that peace treaty now has been revamped because Zelensky's number 2 guy is no longer there. So basically they want to say, I know Trump's saying, well, basically what he's saying to the new negotiation is that what we do is allow Russia to just take over Ukraine, and we'll acknowledge Ukraine is Russia.
That's going to be a pretty good hat trick right there.
So that they can pull that off. I don't know how that's going to be pulled off, but that's not, because then you still got Europe trying to push through, trying to go at Russia.
Yeah. Russia got everybody upset just like Trump do.
So
Trump got a little tired of it. He said he's ready to end this thing now.
Yeah.
He said he's tired of that drama between Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, but there's a lot more going on besides Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Well, that was money laundering.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and I think the money has stopped.
Yeah.
And when the money stopped the war.
Yeah, well, somebody else will fund it.
Somebody else, yeah.
Well, then Zelensky said, y'all got this thing kind of twisted. It's that money coming over here is going back into the hand of the politicians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Money laundering, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is big, man. So he cutting out the money supply. It's going to upset a lot of people.
Is this what you were talking about? Pass up there. That marriage.
Yeah. Asтерgis.
Can't pronounce that.
Married to daughter of Madane.
That's what it looked like, Madane.
Okay, to Cambyses. Yeah, this is it. The marriage between the Russians and between the Medes and Persians. It began there. The relationship. Yeah. Did he give a date?
No, I don't see a date. It does go back. It said it does go back to the Neo-Babylonians.
Right. So that what we're reading here in Daniel.
So it lines up to what the Bible.
This is the Neo-Babylonian Empire here.
So it exactly lines up to what the Bible's saying. So
right.
That marriage, goes as far back. So that's almost a 2,000-year marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far they go back.
That's how tight they are, too.
Okay.
So we're gonna see. Trump must know something for him to jump on Venezuela like that. It must something going down, but it ain't making it to the news. If he can just jump on and Russia don't say nothing about it, they not even complaining about Venezuela. They complain about Ukraine, but they're saying nothing about Venezuela, and they're down there.
Well, that kind of tying Venezuela, Russia, and the United States, huh?
Yeah,
And leaving Ukraine out the loop, huh?
yeah, yeah. So we're gonna see. It's a little confusion right now. You can't trust the media, and you have to go back. Well, again, let's get back to Jeremiah 50. I just wanted to show you that it's different between what we just read here in Daniel and what we're about to read here in Jeremiah 50 and 51. And another thing I'd like the people on Facebook and YouTube to know is that when Elder Stephen sees Babylon, he's going to say America. Why? Because it's actually talking about two Babylons. And a good description of America would be Babylon. Babylon means confusion. And America fits that description of confusion because you can worship any god here, and you can set up your own religious organizations here. You got everything that you want right here in America. So, and you got people that don't even have to speak English. So again, it would be the land of confusion. They fit the description of Babylon. So when we see him, my elder brother say America, he's talking about us here in America. And when he sees the Chaldeans, when he says the Chaldeans, he's actually talking about the Aryans, because we see the relationship between the Babylonians and the Chaldeans. Remember, Yahweh called Abram out of the land of the Chaldees. So that's how far back they go. So those are Chaldeans. So they were being ruled over by the Babylonians, but they were not ruled over, but they're in partnership with the Babylonians. Okay. So I just want to give you a heads up on how we're going to read this, because I remember looking at one of the clips on TikTok, and one of the responses was, what book is he reading from? I don't see Europe in there nowhere. I don't see. So I understand the confusion because it's not in here, right? But you have to look at it spiritually and see that it's referring to another Babylon, another captivity, because that's what our father went into, captivity in Babylon. And so this is another Babylon, a future Babylon, right? We read about what happened to the original Babylon in Daniel chapter 6. It's like an overnight thing. They killed him one night, and then Darius and Mede started ruling. Kind of quiet. It didn't seem like that much issue. But when you look at what actually happened during the time of the Babylonian Empire, how it changed hands, they did it without much confusion. They did it without much fighting. It was like the Babylonians were glad the Medo-Persian came in on them. But Babylon was still there, right? I think it was Alexander the Great tried to revive Babylon.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? And then Saddam Hussein tried to do the same thing.
Well, actually what he did, he said, is this not great Iraq that I built it?
Nah. Well, they tried to build some type of temple. He discovered some type of temple that was built during the time of the Nebuchadnezzar. Right? I think it's still over there. But nevertheless, again, I want you to look at how this Babylon is going to be destroyed and what we just read in Daniel. It's like it was an overnight thing. People were glad that the Medo-Persian had come in on them. And when you look at how they ruled, like, for instance, in Daniel, King Nebuchadnezzar sent out the edict that whenever you hear, everybody's supposed to worship this image, right? And so whenever you hear the music start playing, that's when you start worshiping that image, right? And the three Hebrew boys didn't do it, so we know that story. But those back in those days, if you didn't worship that image, they could kill you. But then when they finally, the Medes and Persians finally came on the scene, the people were glad again. I mean, Daniel even lived during the Medo-Persian Empire. When Cyrus came in and gave the children of Israel, they told them they could go home. Yeah, but let's go ahead and get started on this. Then you know the foundation we're going to be using, so you can relate more. That this Babylon here is America, and the Chaldeans will represent the Aryans. This is a future Babylon, not the one that's existing now. Is it still there? I know the Tigris and Euphrates rivers are there. I think they dried up, but nevertheless, Is that Babylon, some significant representation of Babylon still in southern Iraq? Because that's where the original Babylon was, in southern Iraq, around the Tigris-Euphrates River.
I know they found artifacts.
Yeah, when they dried up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they dried up,
They found temples.
They
in that
found a
river.
lot of stuff.
Yeah.
When they dried up. They don't talk a lot about Kuwait, but Kuwait got a lot of stuff because Kuwait is southern Iraq.
Is it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's like on the tip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so more towards Saudi Arabia. Not that close.
So, I have to look at the map.
More towards the Persian Gulf.
Huh?
More towards the Persian Gulf.
Yeah.
You're right, more towards
Persian Gulf. Yeah.
That's when they had the war cut off. They had the ships come from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't Iran control that?
I think so.
Oh, Iran, yeah.
Kuwait is right in there though.
I think they do. Yeah. Well, that's Persia. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Persian Gulf.
Yeah, go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. The word that Yahweh spake against America and against the land of the Aryans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations and publish, and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, America is taken, Baal is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast.
Mm-hmm.
In those days and in that time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Yehudah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek Yahweh their Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, Come, and let us join ourselves to Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries said, We offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Remove out of the midst of America, and go forth out of the land of the Aryans, and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against America an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. And the Aryans shall be a spoil, all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O you destroyers of mine heritage, because you are grown fat at the help as grass and bellow as bulls, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
What does that mean? In verse 12, it says, Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Two questions. Who is the mother? And what is the hindermost of the nations that's going to be a wilderness, and dry land, and a desert? Yes, sir.
I know the hindermost of the nations is us, America.
Yes.
Be the last big
Right.
nation.
You're absolutely right, because nobody knew about America for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so she way far away from Europe. So she'd be in the hindermost part of the world, of the nations. But who's the mother? Europe.
Said it. I'm about to say you just said it.
What?
You was like, she's the farthest away from Europe.
Yeah,
It's like you just said that. You just gave us the answer, right?
That, you kind of got the hint.
You got the hint, right?
Yeah, so yeah, that would be the farthest away from continent of Europe. She would be she'd be the hindermost of the nation. And it said that it's going to be a wilderness and a dry land and a desert. Yes.
In verse 7, I know what our fathers did and why they treated us a certain way. They felt, not guilty because of how our fathers were acting. But in this day and time, like us being Christians and Muslims and Buddhists and worship all these different gods we doing, the way they attack us psychologically and probably shooting us, they kind of can feel justified by poisoning our foods, doing things because we're being Christians and Muslims and Buddhists and witches and all this type of stuff today in this day and time. They kind of still with that verse they're justified because they know who we are and we're violating against Yahweh still to this day as a people. So they can get away. They feel they can justify it with putting certain foods to our neighborhoods and then they doing psychological warfare and all the different stuff they're doing. That kind of go in this day and time with verse 7.
In verse 7?
Yes.
It says, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not because they have sinned against Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. They have no remorse. They don't care what they do to us. And we don't know whether that's inside them to say, well, y'all sinned against Yahweh. But the Spirit is moving them to do these things to us and feel no remorse. But that is why they're doing it to us, because we sin against Yahweh. Yeah.
Elder, verse 12 says a lot. Now that you think about it, going back when it says, your mother shall be sore confounded. Look at what's going on in Europe right now.
You mean like in France?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Europe used to be a place people would go and say, yeah, we're going to Europe. Like, Europe is no more Europe.
No. There's more Muslim now.
That's what I'm saying.
You see all the Muslims over there in Great Britain and France?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it says. So when it says confounded, confused, look at all that confusion in Europe. They
Oh,
don't have
I
a
will.
definite French person no more, or a definite Englishman, because of all the...
A lot of
Well, it's not really talking about Europe being confounded. I mean, it's not talking about the people that's happening over there now. Look at what it says again in verse 12. Your mother shall be so confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Europe will be ashamed of America. And Europe be confounded, confused at what is America about.
But what I'm saying is, she herself is is
Europe-
no longer. If you look at how Europe is now,
I know
that's what I'm
now.
saying. Yeah, that's what.
But-
yeah,
We're the ones that are confounding the mother,
yeah, definitely.
right? So one of the things that we done that they've never done, what they don't do is they had royalty. They had kings who ruled over there and queens who ruled over there. We don't have that over here.
Right.
This is what they call a democratic republic. So you got the right to vote for your king. Over there, that thing is hereditary.
Yeah.
Right, so that's another reason to be confounded about the way we govern and the way they govern. Now, we know that the queen is just a figurehead, or the king is just a figurehead. They got a parliamentary type government. And so they do vote, and they do have a prime minister. Right, so the king and queens of, for instance, England, they're just figureheads. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like he was saying, John F. Kennedy even said that, he said, America's the daughter of Europe, right? He admitted that. And I saw a Brit the other day, he was talking to one of those news journalists. He said, I admire what Donald Trump doing, sealing up the borders of America. He said, over in Europe now, it's like the Wild West. Since they dropped their borders, they got Muslims just running it. This white boy from Great Britain, he said, we need Donald Trump over there in Europe.
Yeah,
Because
was he one of them influencers on the internet type guy? I think I saw the same guy.
guy with the ponytail,
I don't know.
real dark hair, but he was saying America, he admire what this king over here is doing, right?
Yeah.
Because he said in Europe, but then that's something Winston Churchill wanted to do back in the 50s. He wanted Europe to drop all their borders.
Right.
So that he could take his money, have one currency, and just go through Europe do what he wanted to, right?
Right.
But this guy's saying now they just got strangers just coming all up in their land.
Right.
They got in and everybody over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he said he didn't have a problem with what Trump was doing.
Yeah, well, we got them Trump haters that got an agenda to destroy Trump.
And black people don't understand that. They don't understand about you don't let any and everybody come in your country.
What do black people know about a country?
And I tell them, I say, look, you got a house, right? You got kids, just got balls over in your yard. They ain't doing no damage to your yard. They just kicking balls like we used to do, playing your. And you drive up in your car and you got kids in your. Well, I'm gonna get them out. I said, right. You don't want them uninvited over on your property.
I know that's common sense to you and me, but not the black folk. Black folk do not have common sense.
Yeah.
But then they never own their own country either, have they? They never had their own. I mean, as black people, no.
Nah.
They never had their own country.
That's a good point. As black people, but as Israelites, we had our own country.
Right. Israel, yeah, you had your own country one time.
I ain't never thought about it like that.
Yeah, black people never had a country. Black people ain't about, what, 50, 60 years old.
I got to tell somebody that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, it wouldn't be nothing but confusion if they say, all you black people, we got some land over here for you. You can go ahead and have your own land. They offer that to them, right? Black people will not leave.
Man, if white people left here right now, I'd leave with them. I wouldn't stay here with my people here.
Well, black people leave with them too.
But I'm just saying, without white people, without no policemen and everything, I ain't staying around us.
I know, bro. But when you're making a point, black people have no structure.
Right.
They have no focus. That they don't have any accountability, and don't know what responsibility is. So it'll be just another America Part 2 in that it's confusion.
America Part 2.
Yeah, because they won't last a whole week with their own land. Look at them. They probably vote for a woman to rule over them first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a man's world. But black people don't see it that way. A woman should be equal to a man.
I see it that way.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, I'm just looking.
What you me for?
She just looking at Daddy.
I see it that way.
Why you keep talking about women?
Yeah, that was just a shame, man. Older guys, my age and older, wanted this woman to be president. I say, man, we old school guys. We came up with men. I just don't want him in there. I don't care what she's about. I just don't want him.
Oh, you want to vote against Trump?
Yeah, put a
Voting
woman.
for a crazy woman.
A drunk, a woman that stay drunk all the time.
Yeah.
That's all she do is drink.
I know, bro. Well,
And that just coming out. The woman's alcoholic.
that's
And slept around.
well, with that kind of job, I had to drink myself. I ain't got that kind of job, and I still drink.
And the bad part about it, she was Attorney General of California, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was up in Congress, right? And she was ended up being vice president. Nobody knows how she got those positions. Can't nobody tell you.
Well, that's one thing about American politics. They can bury stuff.
Yeah, well, basically they throw out, they really slandered this woman. They say all she did was just slap herself up in life, just slept around and got in position.
Who ain't?
Yeah.
You got some of them people up there might have done the same thing, just they ain't heard nothing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember when Biden was president and they caught some sodomites in the Senate chamber having sex?
Oh yeah.
You remember that? Yeah. And one of them was butt naked. And they was on video.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was on video. Yeah, but they hushed that thing up real quick. Yeah, but they was inside where they make laws at having sex. I can't believe this.
First of the month. First of the month, yeah. Yeah, you're looking for it.
Let's see here.
Do you have insurance?
Huh?
Yeah. Do you have insurance?
Them folks call me all day long.
Yeah.
I don't even answer the phone no more. When I see that 770 number, I don't even answer.
Oh, what?
That 1-800 number, 177.
I get a bunch of 6, 7, 8s.
Yeah, I don't even pick the phone up.
I block them all. I don't block about 30 or 40 of them. They still call me.
Yeah.
just like ants. They won't stop.
Yeah. So go ahead, Brother Seven.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 13. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by America shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against America.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. Where you at now?
Jeremiah chapter 50, I started 13 again.
Okay.
Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by America shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
Another one of the things that people commented about on my on them clips, they said America is their home; they're not leaving. Right. But the prophecy says, "Won't nobody be here."
Right.
So who's right? The word of Yahweh, or you Americans?
I'm leaving.
You Moors.
I'm leaving.
You leaving?
I'm leaving.
Yeah, well,
They
they want to
They
stay.
be Indians all they want. I'm not no Indian, so I'm leaving.
They want to stay. They said, we're not. They say, you go. I'm staying here because I'm an American.
I'm not.
We were here first. Right? It don't matter who was here first. Because it said the land's going to be desolate. That means can't nobody live here. So what are you talking about staying here? You want to be desolate? You want to die here? That's basically what they're saying. They'll never leave America. So they you say, y'all go ahead and leave it. But we were the first ones here.
That's part of 2/3 gonna get knocked off before we get on the boats.
Yeah, gonna wipe out a whole bunch of them before they can get out of
I
here.
got those people that's convinced
Yeah,
they're
man.
not going nowhere.
Yeah, I discovered a video on YouTube of John F. Kennedy in France, and he said he would represent the United States. And he said the daughter of Europe came out of his mouth. He said, "I represent the United States."
Was this an official? Was this some type of government official?
You said John F. Kennedy.
Oh, well, we said that earlier. You didn't hear?
No, I didn't.
Steve said it.
And that's the problem he had, because I remember when he was running for president, I didn't understand, little boy. He had to prove to these people over here that he wasn't a Catholic. He wasn't lined up with Church of England.
Yeah, that's a big thing because they didn't like the Pope.
Yeah.
And they figured that Kennedy being a Catholic might make the Pope a little bit more powerful because they got a Catholic president.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Biden was Catholic.
That's right.
Yeah, so, and I said I'd make that an issue. But it was a big issue back in those days. People hated the Catholic Church, didn't trust it. I mean, this goes back to the founding of the United States, because you had some president did not want the Catholics up in here. And then you had some that didn't want the bankers up in the central bank. I think Andrew Jackson, they tried to assassinate him for keeping the central banks out of America. So America has its image from the outset. So the Catholic Church and the Edomites, yeah, the politicians knew about it, the president knew about them, and tried their best to keep them out, but couldn't do it. Catholics are all up in that Trump administration.
Yeah, even Esau, Henry Ford, he had a newspaper about Esau. He hated them people with a passion.
Yeah, I forgot. It wasn't a newspaper, it was a book.
It was a book.
Well, it's some kind of little. When I did the research on it, he had a newspaper. It was just 2 days on the weekend.
Well, he also had a book too.
Yeah, and he just talking about how those people were just leeches, and man, he was all on Esau.
Well, it's in that book.
Yeah.
And I think they got it banned.
Yeah.
I don't think you can find that book nowhere. Show you how much power them people got. They shut you down. They're small people, but they got a lot of power.
You gotta wonder. Now Henry Ford, the one that invented that assembly line, how did he get that far off with hating them folks? I mean, he was just out in the automobile thing, but yet still, he had a lot of facts about them people.
Yeah, he could see himself, man. Yeah. I mean, you talking about a billionaire even back in them days, right? So he knew who had the money, and he just saw it with them people over there had the money just as much as he got the money. So he didn't trust them, and he look how they made the money. Yeah, I got to write a book about this. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against America round about. All you that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, but she have sinned against Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She has given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she have done, do unto her. Cut off the sword from America, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land.
So this sounds very violent, what Yahweh has in store for this Babylon here. But we just read in Daniel chapter 5, there wasn't a violent takeover. The Medes and the Persians came right on up in there, killed Belshazzar, and none of this happened. As a matter of fact, when you go up into Isaiah chapter 6, you see that only 10% of our people came back to the land of Israel.
Living good, wasn't it?
Right. So it must not have, that Babylon must not have been totally destroyed like it says here. This is another Babylon. Let's look, we have even further proof in chapter 51. But yeah, this is another Babylon, but America wasn't discovered back in them days, so they applied the word Babylon to them to let us know that Babylon still means confusion. And so America is a confusion country. Yeah. America doesn't even have a God. The Babylonians had Marduk, Baal, right? But America does not have a God. But they got plenty of gods, just like the original Babylon did. So you're not going to see the same name of the God that you got today. Right? So those names change over time, and so it's the same basic God that the original Babylonians worship. It's the same thing. You got JC, and you got Allah, and I mean, what else you got over here? You got the different religions over here. So, look, you got 2,000 denominations of Christianity. Is that not confusion? Yeah. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 17. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria have devoured him, and last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, has broken his bones.
So we're looking at near and far prophecy then, aren't we? Because it's mentioning the real time in verse 17. It says, Israel is scattered, it is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria have devoured him, and last, is Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, have broken his bones. So it went right back to the original Babylon here. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 18. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of America and his land, as I have punished the king of Assyria. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. In those days, and in that time, saith Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I reserved. Go up against the land of the rebels, even against it, and against the inhabitants of visitation. Waste and utterly destroy after them, saith Yahweh, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is America become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O America, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh.
Now, it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is America become a desolation among the nations? So this is not like the vision that Daniel had of that great image where Babylonians was the head of gold, Nebuchadnezzar was the head of gold, and he ruled all lands. But and if we know that he didn't rule China though, but because of his position with Yahweh, if he wanted China, he could have had it. Right? So his his territory was mainly in that Middle Eastern area. He ruled over Israel. He ruled over. He took over the Syrians. He ruled over all the lands that Yahweh gave him. So that was that head of gold. But this says the hammer of the whole earth. That can only fit America, because America can project her power anywhere in the earth in 24 hours or less. Mm-hmm. So that's a good description of America being the hammer of the whole earth. Right? Go ahead, Brother Stephen. It says, I think you, in verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O America, and thou was unaware, thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh. Yeah, well, the original Babylonians, yeah, they did. But this sounds like Yahweh surprised these Babylonians. It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. This sounds sudden, and they weren't prepared for it. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh. Mm-hmm. But this had to be, if it was talking about the original Babylon, then it had to be at the end of the 70 years that the children of Israel were in Babylon. Right? They had to be there 70 years. Nothing can happen to Babylon until the 70 years was up. And that's when the Median Persian Empire came on the scene. But it didn't sound like this. It didn't sound nothing like this. So again, it points to another Babylon, another land of confusion. And America don't want to fit that, because you got all manner of people up here. It's a melting pot, right? All nations up here. So that leads to confusion. And they got us up here, just like the Babylonians had our fathers in their land. They got us over here. So we're matching up as far as persons are concerned. In both cases, our fathers were captives, and now we're captives. And so that was no prophecy given against that original Babylon. But this Babylon here, it goes into detail. Not only is it not mentioned in the original Chronicles of the Babylonians, but it's mentioned all through the scriptures, in Genesis, and in Isaiah, and now we got Jeremiah. And so we got all these prophecies concerning a Babylon, but not the original Babylon. And besides that, Daniel still stayed in Babylon after the Medo Persian came into power. You think he'd get up out of there, but he stayed there. And like I said before, only 10% of those people came out of that Babylon. And that was just us. Now, there were other people that the Babylonians ruled over that stayed in Babylon, because the Medo-Persian king knew how to rule over people to let them worship their own God. That cut down on a lot of rebellion, like them 3 Hebrew boys, right? Now, they were jealous of the Hebrew boys because they had gained a high spot in the government. But they were jealous of them, trying to get them killed. But what did the rest of the Jews do when they heard the sackbut, the pipe, and all those organs, those musical instruments? What did the rest of the Jews do?
Bow down.
What did Daniel do?
Rest of the Jews were partying, huh? Rest of the Jews probably were partying like.
At their party?
Yeah. Like Elder Shalom said.
No, man, Daniel seeing them angels, man. You know, we went out that party.
No, I'm talking about our people in Babylon, the rest of the Jews.
Oh, the rest of the Jews?
Yeah. It didn't make mention, but I'm pretty sure we were like we were here, right? For the most part. Living good.
Not on the Babylonians.
Yeah.
On the Medo-Persia, yeah, they lived well.
Right.
But Babylonians, Daniel pleaded with Nebuchadnezzar to be easy on these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, they didn't fare too well on the Babylonians. But then again, when the Medo-Persian came in, only 10% of our people came back.
That's what I meant then, but yeah, in Babylon, it don't say a lot about our people in Babylon, but when you read the secular side of it, they weren't treated too good in Babylon, were they?
Right.
Yeah.
No. All right, go ahead, man.
In verse 20, Elder, it says, in those days, in that time, saith Yah, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. So regardless of what they do, if you've been chosen, you ain't gotta worry about that. In which a lot of us don't understand that we're in protective care right now. Like they were then.
That would be during our time,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
right?
Because he said what? He said Israel, and then he brought it down to Judah.
Yeah.
All right, Israel and Judah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of us.
That's a what?
I said that's a lot of us.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
And he said 1/3. That's still going to be a lot.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. He said, "I will pardon them whom I reserved." It's already been initiated.
Mm-hmm.
The pardon.
Well, what it's also saying is that you can't find a default with my people now.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So as long as we still Yahweh's people and he bringing us back home, you can't say nothing against that.
That's true.
So I remember when Elder Shalai used to sell drugs.
I did.
And they can't prove it now
Yeah,
because
right.
you got to have witnesses.
Yeah.
Right, so it'd be your word against his. So yeah, that's what I'm talking. They may remember you doing it, but you ain't got no proof.
That's right.
Go ahead, Steve.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. Yahweh has opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Adonai Elohim of hosts in the land of the Aryans.
Mm-hmm.
Come against her from the utmost border. Open her storehouses. Cast her up as heaps and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them. For their day is come, the time of their visitation.
Mm-hmm.
The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of America to declare in Zion the vengeance of Yahweh, our Elohim, the vengeance of his temple, the vengeance of his temple. Okay, I'm on the next page. Verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
Call together the archers against America, all you that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she has done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith Yahweh. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Adonai Elohim of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
Mm-hmm.
And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up.
Mm-hmm.
And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Yehudah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Now that verse could have been worded a little bit differently than said it, because it sounded like they were oppressed together. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Yehudah were oppressed together," as if they would be oppressed at the same time. And all that took them captives held them fast, that they refused to let them go. But you look up that word together, and what that really means is that thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Yehudah were oppressed alike.
Mm-hmm.
And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go, because you're talking about two different captivities here. You got the Assyrians taking the northern tribes out, and they never really came back. Just a remnant came back. But Yehudah was taken into Babylonian captivity about 100 years later. But they came back. Even though it was a tenth of them, but that's all that was needed for the Mashiach to be born. That's the only reason they were brought back. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of America. A sword is upon the Aryan, saith Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of America, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
So we're talking about mingled people, right? Same thing here. Right? Because we're looking at an empire back in those days. So yeah, they ruled over many people. But America's full of mingled people too. Go ahead, Brother Stephanie.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 38. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell therein, and the owls shall dwell. Let me read that again. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein. And it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. As Elohim overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein.
There it is again. We're talking about total desolation here, like it was over Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what's supposed to happen to that Babylon back in them days, but it's talking about another Babylon. That'll be us.
Right.
Go ahead, Brother Stephanie.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth.
Now that means she's going to be surrounded. Right? If she's coming from the north, what's north of America? Russia. Right? And see everybody, all the coastal nations surrounded. Right? So that's everybody. Go ahead, Brother Stephanie.
Let me ask you something right quick, Elder. We didn't talk about that thing where when Khrushchev took that shoe and hit it on that podium and said, America, we will bury you because it's given up by prophecy. Can you find that anywhere? Somebody say they found that video. It was very kind of blank. You know, you couldn't hardly see it, but you could hear him talking.
Yeah, we will bury you.
Yeah, Khrushchev.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I know it, but
can you find any prophecies?
No, I'm saying on Google or anything, can you actually find that?
Oh, no, they took that thing down a while back.
Because I know somebody showed it to me in the camp.
All the people that are living back in the day, like me and you, that remember him actually doing that, we're the only source that you can find that from.
I think that thing happened about 60 or 61.
I think it was in the 50s.
Yeah. But I remember when he did it because I was a little boy. And me and my mother was watching television. My dad was at work.
Yeah.
That's all. That'd been right because it had to be late 50s. I'd been 6, 7 years old. But I can remember that thing like it was yesterday.
Yeah, either late 50s or early 60s.
Yeah.
One of them. But yeah, he stood up in the United Nations.
In the Kremlin, whatever it was.
It was in the United Nations. He took his shoe off and beat the podium and said, we will bury you because it's been given to us by prophecy. So they know the book.
So if he know it, the mother know it then, Europe, right? And like we always say, Europe is going to stand by and watch her daughter, America, get destroyed. She ain't going to do that.
Yeah,
She's going to, Great Britain, who she have to give an account to, just going to sit and watch her get destroyed.
America's even more powerful than Europe.
Right.
And more powerful than Great Britain. So they're not going to lose any sleep over her getting destroyed.
No, because we got that article about Europe been wanting to go to that one world currency, and America has been in the way all the time, right? With that dollar, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's time for her to go.
Yeah.
She got to go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man.
You think now is a good time for that because with Trump stopping all this money laundering, all the money going all the different places, and America paying off all these for people, now ain't nobody getting no money out of America, like the money's just dried up. What use is you for now? We all gonna watch you go now because we ain't making no money from you no more.
Yeah.
What's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just being powerful and we ain't getting no money out of it. You know what I mean? So this is a good time for it to go now, right? You think?
Well, they still voted for her.
I'm talking about the rest of the countries.
The rest of the country?
The rest of the country's not making that money. Like Europe, all the countries in Europe not making money off America no more. You know what I mean? And everybody else is not making money. He's slowing out all the money laundering and all that stuff. He's stopping all.
Yeah, Trump's stopping all that.
Right.
And plus, America's trying to even the playing field. Because nobody knew that these countries were putting a big tariff on our products.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time we have even heard of that when Trump got in office. He said, yeah, they've been doing this for us for years.
Right.
So I'm just returning the favor. You put a tariff on us, we're going to put a tariff on you.
It's only fair.
Right. And so it worked. So now they're bringing them tariffs down so that Trump can bring the tariffs down on this side. But China's stubborn. She playing games. So Trump, I think they went up 100% on tariffs on China, I believe.
He's saying, basically, if he can get this thing go through Congress, around by the first of the year, a little, maybe January, February, everybody gonna get $2,000 off those tariffs. That's what he's trying to get.
No. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Elder, what y'all was just talking about with cruise ship. I know Zach looking it up now, but the last time I looked it up, they trying to tell you now that never happened.
Oh, no. He saw it, you saw it too then.
That's what they are putting out there right now.
Yeah.
That is not what he said like that.
So what we saw wasn't really there.
I
saw it.
I was a little boy.
Did you see it, Elder? You saw it? Right. I said, yeah, like we saw something that wasn't really real.
Right.
No, we saw it in black and white, buddy. Sorry. That was in black and white. Yeah, man.
There's a TV show aired called The Blacklist, and the main actor, I forgot his name, but he was over there, and he took his shoe off, and he pounded the podium and shot me. I'm like, I said, how you get that? It not too long ago, a couple of seasons ago. I don't think it's airing now, but he actually took his shoe off in this show on this show, and he banged it, and he said a few words in Russian.
What did he say?
It was in Russian. I don't know what he's saying. He was but I saw it though. I saw that.
So what was the purpose of him taking his shoe off?
He was in Russia.
Oh, he's in Russia.
And he was looking around in some kind of courtroom or something. He got behind the podium and he took his shoe off and he banged it 3 times. I'm like, I said, what? I said, how did he know about that?
But he stood up.
He said something in Russian and you understood it?
No.
But you said, how could he said that?
See, he messing with you, man.
No.
He trying to be funny.
Be careful when you come to an elder. They'll bust you up, boy. Now, I think Khrushchev spoke in English, didn't he?
Yeah, he said that in English.
He said that in English.
We're going to bury you. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was a little boy. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, so I don't know what you were looking at, man.
Did you say something?
But apparently you did understand him.
No, it's just like he was reminiscing of something that y'all talking about what Khrushchev did. And he was like reminiscing. Like he remembered and he did that gesture.
Well, I see what he's talking about.
So you're trying to imitate Khrushchev?
Yeah, man, Khrushchev. But what got me when I was a little boy, I didn't understand that. I asked my mom, why did he take his shoe off and hit that? She didn't know. But the idea, I thought he was crazy.
Well, I mean, look. Didn't they throw a shoe at Bush?
And duck.
And he made a move, didn't he?
Yeah. Is that it? They expressed itself by taking his shoes off.
That's something that was in the Middle East there.
Yeah.
But it sounded disrespect.
Yeah, that Arab. That's right.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, Bush, he saw that shoe coming a mile away. But go, let's finish this up, brother.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 42.
Mm-hmm.
They shall, let me start at 41 again.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Europe. The king of America have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pains as of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong, but I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore hear you the counsel of Yahweh that he has taken against America, and his purposes that he has purposed against the land of the Aryans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Who's the least of the flock?
Esau. Esau.
Yeah. Because look what he got, the support of everything American. And so that's the least of the flock. Esau's the least, and he could draw some of the military people out of America. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Verse 46. At the noise of the taking of America, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations.
Again, did that happen? When the Medo Persian came in, killed Belshazzar, the earth wasn't moved. This is another Babylon. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against America and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind, and will send unto America fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Now, don't let the way this thing is sound, this verse 1 sound like a tornado, a hurricane, right? It says, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. But that's not what that is really saying. What it's saying is that destroying wind is something strange that's going to make people come out of America. Something foreign. Right? It doesn't give any details, but the translator put in here a destroying wind. Right? And in verse 2, it says, and will send unto Babylon fanners, again, let's see here. Yeah. And shall enter her land, and in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. That shall fan her. So that the dispersion of everybody in America, everybody got to come out of here. Yeah.
Could that next pandemic they keep talking about fit this right here?
That what now?
The next pandemic that's coming, supposed to be coming. Could that
next pandemic?
The next pandemic, could that fit that right there?
Well, actually kind of fitting now.
Okay.
Because people are leaving here.
Right.
Yeah, they're getting their passports and everything, getting up out of here. So whatever it says, that fanners again was something strange or something foreign. It's something that, like we just read here, that Yahweh called America off guard. It'll be a surprise. And so what we have is the emptying of America because of something like a pandemic that caused people to get up out of here, or Russia could issue a warning to America: you either leave or you die, because we're coming up in there.
I got to go with that because pandemics are not nothing foreign or strange. They've been around a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be it. The warning to get up out of here. And everybody got to go. Go ahead, Brother Stephen.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 3. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lift himself up in his brigandine, and spare you not her young men, destroy you utterly all her hosts. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Aryans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Yehuda of his Elohim, of Yahweh of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of America, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. America have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken up her wine, therefore the nations are mad. America is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed America, but she is not healed. Forsake her and forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Yahweh have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of Yahweh, our Elohim. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Russians, for his device is against America to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of America. Make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for Yahweh have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of America. O thou that dwelleth upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. Yahweh of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee.
Now, look at these last 3 verses we just read here. It says, set up the standard upon the walls of America, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for Yahweh have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of America. They got walls now. Right? Trump been building walls all around America, like any other country. Right? So that fits America. O thou that dwelleth upon many waters, abundant in treasure, thine end is come, and in the measure of thy covetousness. Babylon, the original Babylon, was just down about the Tigris to Euphrates River. But this says you're bound by, you dwell upon many waters. You got the Pacific Ocean, you got the Atlantic Ocean, and you got the Gulf of America.
Great Lakes.
Huh?
And the Great Lakes to the north.
The Great Lakes? Yeah, well, that's some pretty big lakes.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Gulf of America.
Ships have gone down to those lakes.
Gulf of America, yeah.
White man said it, didn't he?
Yeah, we called it.
The Gulf of Mexico.
The white man said it was Gulf of America. I'm sorry.
He changed it.
That's what the white man say, all right?
White man.
It's the Gulf of America, not Negroes. Why is it so hard for y'all to learn? It says, they dwell upon many waters, verse 14, Yahweh of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up their shout against thee. We got over 10 million illegal aliens up in here. And you can bet some of them are some of America's enemies.
Them caterpillars got to be the
When
Muslims.
you said that last year.
Because look, they shouted up, like, what they doing? They shouting all the time. They know now they just did the Allah Akbar and doing all this. It got to be the Muslims.
Yeah, well,
the caterpillars got to be them, man.
Yeah, well, you can't leave the Catholics out of that now.
Yeah. But they ain't making no noise like the Muslims.
Well, they've been at it too long. Muslims make too much noise. That's why people can find them. So Catholics, they just blend in with the rest of the scenery.
Yeah.
You don't realize that they're up in there unless you saw, because they don't look different than a regular Christian, except on Sunday. Yeah, but the Muslims, yeah, at one time it was against the law for a Muslim to come to America, to immigrate to America. It was against the law because back in the day, they knew how crazy these people were. And look at them now. They took over New York.
Yeah, Eisenhower, I remember reading about President Eisenhower. He said the first time we get involved with the Middle East with them Arabs, that's going to be the beginning of the end of America.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And he was against that, and Eisenhower was against integrating them schools, and he knew that was going to be trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish this up, man.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 15. He has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom. and hath stretched out the heaven by his understanding. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces the old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the farmer and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render unto America and to all the inhabitants of the Aryans all their evils that they have, all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith Yahweh. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. And they shall not take up thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith Yahweh. Set you up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Arad, Mani, and Ashkenaz, upon a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Russians, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of Yahweh shall be performed against America, to make the land of America a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of America have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of America that his city is taken at one end, and that the passages are stopped, and the reeds that have burned with fire, and the men of war are frightened. But thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, the daughter of Europe is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, have devoured me. He have crushed me. He have made me an empty vessel. He have swallowed me up like a dragon. He have filled his belly with my delicacies. He have cast me out. The violence done to me and to my flesh be upon America, shall the inhabitants of Zion say, and my blood shall be upon the inhabitants of America, shall Jerusalem say. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will plead thy cause, and take vengeance for thee, and I will dry up her sea, and make her springs dry. And America shall become heaps, a dwelling place for dragons, an astonishment, and an hissing without an inhabitant. They shall roar together like lions, they shall yell as lions' whelps. In their heat I will make their feasts, and I will make them drunken, that they may rejoice and sleep a perpetual sleep, and not wake, saith Yahweh. I will bring them down like lambs to the slaughter, like lambs with he goats. How is America taken, and how is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How is America becoming astonishment among the nations? The sea is come up upon America, She is covered with the multitude of the waves thereof.
Hmm.
Her cities are a desolation, a dry land, and a wilderness, a land wherein no man dwelleth, neither does any son of man pass thereby.
Mm-hmm.
And I will punish the Lord in America, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he has swallowed up, and the nations shall not flow together any more unto him. Yea, the wall of America shall fall. My people, go you out of the midst of her, and deliver you every man his soul from the fierce anger of Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Unless your heart faint, and you fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler.
Isn't that happening now? Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 47. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of America, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for America, for the spoilers shall come unto her from the north, saith Yahweh. As America has caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at America shall fall the slain of all the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still, remember Yahweh afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame hath covered our faces, but strangers are come into the sanctuaries of Yahweh's house. Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all her land the wounded shall groan. Though America should mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, saith Yahweh. A sound of a cry cometh from America, and great destruction from the land of the Aryans, because Yahweh hath spoiled America and destroyed out of her the great voice. When her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of their voice is uttered, because the spoiler is come upon her, even upon America, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken. For Yahweh Elohim a recompense shall surely requite. And I will make drunk her princes, and her wise men, her captains, and her rulers, and her mighty men, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep, and not wake, saith the King, whose name is Yahweh of hosts. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the broad walls of America shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire, and the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. The word which Jeremiah the prophet commanded Sariah the son of Neriah, the son of Maaseiah, when he went to Zedekiah king of Yehuda into Babylon in the 4th year of his reign, and this Sariah was a quiet prince. So Jeremiah wrote in a book all the evil that should come upon America, even all these words that are written against America. And Jeremiah said to Sariah, when you come to Babylon and shall see and shall read all these words, then shall thou say, O Yahweh, thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. And it shall be, when thou hast made an end of reading this book, that thou shalt bind a stone to it and cast it into the midst of Euphrates, and thou shalt say, thus shall America sink, and it shall not rise from the evil that I will bring upon her. And they shall be weary. Thus far are the words of Jeremiah.
So what we have here is again another Babylon. Because we read what happened to the original Babylon, that it was taken over in one night. This here is talking about total destruction here. And everybody got to get up out of here. So, like I said before, most of the people stayed in Babylon until the Medo-Persian Empire came upon the scene. But it didn't fall violently like this. So again, this points to another Babylon. And people don't know that, though. I think some white folks are starting to pick up on it. I even saw a video of a brother saying that we should stop using the word church.
Okay.
That comes from that goddess Circe. Yeah. So I wonder where you're getting this information from. But then again, that's Yahweh. Right? Because we've been putting that out for years. But yeah, he knows that there's something wrong with that word church. Right? So church should not, because it's glorifying a goddess. Right? It is derived from a goddess named Circe. And so that's why they call it the church. So actually, these are houses of goddesses, of God. All these churches are goddess houses. So he's named after a goddess.
Goddess chicken.
It comes from the Gentiles, right? That's all they know. And they don't realize that some of these words have meaning. They come from other words, and they just go with whatever somebody put out there. So when they say church, well, they know it's a building. But where did that word come from? What's the etymology on that word? And when you find it, yes, we need to change that. I'm going to stop right here. Open the floor for questions. Does anyone have any questions before we dismiss?
Good class, bro.
Okay.
Question. Well, could 51 and 50 be physically and spiritually?
Oh, 50 and 51? Jeremiah 50 and 51?
51 and 50.
Oh, 51 and 50.
Yes, sir.
Ye that have escaped the sword, go away and stand not still. Remember Yahweh afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind.
I know it's physically too. I mean, could that be spiritually also? Like how?
Well, when Jerusalem come into your mind, yeah.
Because I know it speaks to that, but I'm just like what we working on now, being here, and Yahweh brought us into CI, hearing the word of Yahweh, and
well, we're finding out.
Yeah,
that's Yahweh revealing these things to us. Let us know, yeah, I'm talking about y'all. Right? It says, "You that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still, keep it moving. Remember Yahweh afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind, because we remember Yahweh now.
Right.
We're about as far away from the land as we can get. So we letting Jerusalem come into our mind, so we know that that's where we came from, not America.
Right.
And so some of them people making comments on our what's it, Telegram, not Telegram, TikTok, yeah, making comments that America is our land. So these people that believe that, they're gonna die here. Yeah.
So when this talks about every man save his soul, try to save his soul, I was thinking about, that, it's like the time frame. I know it's not time for us to go over there now, you know what I mean? But now I look at it as those people that think that Indians not going nowhere, they're not gonna keep that commandment, that warning of save your soul, get up out of here. They're gonna sit here and stay and just die, you know what I mean?
When white folks leave, Jay gonna leave too. Come on, man. Yeah. They can't live without white folks.
That's all we know is white folks.
On the surface, yeah, they might want to stay here, but white folks start leaving, oh, hell no. No. They ain't gonna stay here among themselves, because they know what happened when Jake get together. Yeah, ain't gonna be too much left. Does anyone else have any questions, comments? All right, let's see what's on. Let's pick up chat. Okay. All right.
You got a pen, Harry.
A lot of folks up in here. Okay. I have. Are these email addresses? How am I supposed to address these people?
You don't have to put the number. You can just say the number.
Don't have to say the number? Okay. X Yesher Garrett. At the top?
Yeah.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah. Shalom X. I guess I hope I pronounced that word right. No, it's supposed to say that. Zayesha Garrett. I guess that's it. Shalom, the Red Wolf. Shalom, Brother Al-Hayam and Sister Malaka. Shalom, Kiana Strachan. Hadn't seen that name in a long time.
Yeah.
Shalom, Thomas Miller. Shalom, Elder Tobiah. Shalom, Isha 777. Shalom, Atlanta boy, Atlanta boy. I guess that's the way you say that. All right, I'm trying to learn. Shalom, Isha 777, great beyond the surface and Sabbath teaching. Praise God. Shalom, brother Abraham. Shalom, Yashar is love. You're not a sister. Yashar, this is a sister.
Oh,
This is a sister right here. I thought it was our Yashar.
oh, okay.
This is a sister right here.
Oh, I didn't know.
Shamayan, Shalom, Shamayan Yasharala, elder. Shalom, brother Eliyahu ben Israel. Shalom, Clarence Marks and sister Lolita. Shalom, Kuzo Goody. Hallelujah. Shalom, Avisha Judah. Shalom, Susie Garman. Shalom, Jimmy O'More. Shalom, Gregory Rucker. Shalom, Brother Alahayam Ben Yacharala. So you call that low sound? Okay. Shalom, Leandra Sankey. Shalom, Brother Alahayam Ben Yasharala. Okay, sound good. Okay. Shalom, Allah Ben Yasharala. Shalom, Brother Mickey Anderson. Shalom, Lonnie Redwolf. Shalom, Elder Mick. Shalom, Morning Crisp. Shalom, again, Atlanta boy. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. I'm trying to keep up, man. It's hard. Shalom, Judah 771. Shalom, Brother Kevin Birch. Shalom, Elder Hiram. Shalom, Nisha B. Kimbrough. Appreciate that, my mother. She sent me some. You got your, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I say the same, praise you.
To tell, Sean say,
y'all?
praise y'all, huh?
What she said, y'all?
What now?
What she said, y'all?
Worry about the wrong things,
Oh,
right?
man.
I'll wait for that.
Like that, okay.
Shalom, I guess Decimo. Shalom, Brother Malachi. Shalom, Power Play for real. Shalom, Brother Otis. Is the sister doing that or are they doing that? I think the sister doing that.
Let's put it in.
I don't think they're all doing it. Yeah, I think the sister doing that.
Shalom, Otis.
That's your boy Otis.
Yep, just
Otis says the U.S. problem with Venezuela is an Israeli problem because of their criticism how I guess they are treating Palestinians. So Venezuela aligned themselves with Iran. Now they are crying anti-psychotism. Did you just make that word up?
I'm trying to find it too.
I believe Otis just made that word up, bro.
Otis, you've been making biscuit cans too long.
They've been making biscuit can.
Yeah, then you got messed up.
Trying to find that, man. What that mean?
I think it's something he made up. You ain't gonna find it in the dictionary, bro.
Might be a new biscuit can.
yeah.
This Kimbrough said, Acts 13:52, filled with the Holy Ghost, is this the same meaning as Acts 4:31, filled with the Holy Ghost? Let's see here. Acts 4:13-52. And the disciple will fill with joy and with the Holy Spirit. Let's look at, let's say, Acts 4:31. Let's see here. And when they had prayed, the place was taken where they were assembled together, and they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and they spake the word of Elohim with boldness. Yeah, same thing. Shalom, Brother Roosevelt Petrie. Shalom, Sister Rachel. Shalom, Brother Benaiah. Question, who made that hoodie for you? Was it Exodus Yehuda? It's beautiful, praise Yah. Well, actually, the husband of the woman that made this is here today. You through?
Yeah, it all fell.
I mean, I just heard a strange sound. I didn't know what it was.
All my pins.
Or something fell down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You all right?
I'm cool.
Okay. Yeah, Brother Benai, we got, that's in-house. So if you want any more information on it, just text me, and I'll give you the information you need. Shalom, Sister Kimberly, Israel. America's God is money. I always thought people would do anything for it to get it. Well, you're right about that. As a matter of fact, that's one of the suggestions of as is written TV shows. The God of America is money. Yeah. Shalom, Brother Benaiah says, America, also known as global cop, the hammer of the earth, one nation under many false gods, as you said, which equal confusion. Apologies for the run on surfaces and ebonics. No apologies for that, my brother. Ebonics is how we talk to one another. And no, you're not a spy. Shalom, Brother Moshe. Shalom, Psycho. Seekum. I'm sorry. See, this is so new to me, man. Y'all y'all be patient, because I'm trying to see this thing the way it used to look. Shalom, Seekum ben Israel. Shalom, Solomon ben Israel. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Elder Simeon. I'm glad to see you doing better.
Okay. Shalom, Brother Simeon.
Tell him I tried to call him.
Huh?
I tried to call him.
Yeah, we've been trying to get in touch with you. Everybody get in touch with Elder Mika?
I talked to him the other day.
You talked to him?
Yeah.
How you doing?
He's going much better.
He good spirits?
Oh man, he won't get off the phone.
Yeah, that's him. Elder Simeon say, they say that it's what's capitalism against converse. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying there.
Okay, he's all right then. That's good.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Elder Simeon and Elder Mika. Brother Marshall says, Shalom, Elder, there are several videos on YouTube today stating that the EU freezes $300 billion of Russian assets. Moscow retaliates with a $1 trillion counterstrike. This escalating financial war could reshape global markets, international law, and the balance of power between Russia and the West. Let me read that last part again. The escalating financial war could reshape global markets in international law and the balance of power between Russia and the West. I didn't know the earth was a globe. That's what Mother Marsha said.
Global market.
Slippers. Do we need to say slippers? Shalom, Elder Simeon. America say it was capitalism against communism. Yes, I've heard that. Brother Benaiah says, now that's what Donald Lee, a.k.a. Isaias, taught us back in 2011. That phantoms meant tornadoes. He leaned in hard on that, especially for us Judah boys from Birmingham, because those tornadoes actually came through our neighborhood on the west side. He was definitely the remix king. But you did correct that a while back when I asked that question before. Praise y'all, man.
Yeah. The Elder Yaakov actually one taught that.
He said that too?
He said, well, that's what Yahweh gave him at that time. He said those phantoms were probably hurricanes and tornadoes.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Brother Baruch about it, and he's stuck on that. But I say, hurricanes don't empty the land. I said, when them things come through and tear up everything in less than, 6 months to 2 years, and Gentiles done build hotels and
Yeah.
bars and everything back over them things again. They don't care about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because those phantoms are supposed to cause people to leave the land,
Right.
right? But then nobody leave the land after them tornadoes.
No, even out down there in New Orleans, didn't nobody leave. They left for a minute, but they came back.
Yeah, yeah. Shalom, Melinda Curry. Shalom, Ezra ben Israel. Shalom, Eliav Abernathy. Does NCCI have a summary of beliefs online or a Q&A for common questions? What is your affiliation with other groups we'll call NCCI? We're not aware of any other group called NCCI. Oh, hold on a second. We got that one up in North Carolina, don't we?
They still with
Yeah, that's, what's his name? Camp.
Ariah.
Hawatha.
Yeah, Ariah.
Hawatha, that's up in North Carolina. They used to be affiliated with us, but he broke off, but they kept the name. They got their own doctrine up there now. But we actually started them up. And that's why they still call themselves NCCI, but yeah, we kind of broke off communication, so they don't do what we do, we don't do what they do. And so two definite, distinctive NCCIs, so don't we need to have that NCCI patented or something?
We have it covered by the state, and we have it, and also we have it by the website. We have it,
So we can't get no more protection than that?
well, he has been out there just as long, I guess, at that time when he got established, so.
Yeah, okay, well, they've been out there for a minute, so
Yeah.
as long as you know there's a difference, yeah. But that's the only one that we related to, Brother Abernathy. No, not Brother Abernathy, but, what did I say to that?
That's the, Eli Abernathy, right under,
Oh, yeah, okay, right up, yeah, okay. On the Ezra ben Israel.
yeah.
Okay, so it says, does the NCCI have a summary of beliefs online or a Q&A for common questions? So did you answer him?
Nah, I'm putting the website in there now.
Okay, we got what you're asking for on our website. We're gonna put it in now, so you can check our website. And, can they submit questions?
Mhm.
You can submit questions also. But yeah, our affiliation it used to be with another NCCI up in North Carolina, but that no longer exists. Thanks for asking. Shalom, Elder Azariah. Shalom, Brother Emmanuel. That's it. How do we prove that the new moon, is celebrated when it is not a full moon? How do we prove it? When there's no moon to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we got a new month about to start. It starts off in the dark and becomes lighter as it goes along, but the full moon, everybody can see in the full moon. So that will be at the beginning, that will be the half a month with the full moon. Because you recognize the date in that half a month, you know that when you got the full moon, you're at the middle point of that month. But with the new moon, you know that it's beginning of that month because you can't see it. All right. And you check the Farmer's Almanac, they say the same thing. Let's see. Is that the same question? Yeah, it is. Shephathai, Eliv, Abernathy, Shalom. Does the NCCI have a summary of beliefs? Oh, yeah, just ask that question, right? With the NCCI Tabernacle in Charlotte. If not, what are the differences? Well, listen to us on our website and listen to them on their website. You see the difference. What is your understanding, Brother Shephathai? I said, what is your understanding of Isaiah 34:2? 34:2. That sounds like the lake of fire. Yeah, it says, I'll pick it up at verse 1 first. It says, come near, you nations, to hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that are come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he has delivered them to the slaughter. Well, that relates to what we read in the book of Revelation. It also pertains to Zechariah chapter 14, chapter 12 and chapter 14. Is that somebody we know?
Hmm?
Oh, that's your wife. Oh, that's Sean's wife.
Oh, you right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's when you continue to read the rest of Isaiah 34, you see that will be the location, the first beginning of the lake of fire. It's going to be in Esau's land. But yeah, in Isaiah 34 and verse 2, notice what he says. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Notice that he said it's already done. Mm-hmm. Like our timeline, we're going on a linear timeline. We haven't gotten to that level yet, to that time yet. But he said it's already done in heaven. And he said on all nations. Again, go up into Zechariah 12, Zechariah 14, and then you go up into the book of Revelations. You see that the indignation he's going to have upon all the nations will be accomplished when the Mashiach shows up. And he's going to come to judge and make war in Revelation chapter 19. And that will be fulfilling Isaiah 34 and verse 2. All right. Shalom, Mikael, Brother Mikael. Keep chopping at that word, praise Yah. Shalom, Brother Emmanuel. The Apocrypha has it to be celebrated on the full moon in Ecclesiasticus 43rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. There are plenty of Hebrews that use a full moon to determine the season. Well, that's them. But we're doing it according to what we were doing. For instance, now, when the children of Israel came out of bondage in Egypt, they came out on the 15th day of the month. Well, the 15th day of the month just so happened to have a full moon. So they could see their way through the wilderness. Right? It was a full moon that night. But in the beginning of that month, that the new moon came in. When you go up into Exodus chapter 12, he said this month would be the beginning of your month of your year, right? So he told them, get prepared to keep the Passover. And so on the 14th day of the first month, you had the Passover. The 15th day of the first month, you had a Feast of Unleavened Bread. So you had a full moon that night, right? So when the children of Israel came out, they could see where they were going. You gonna say something?
I think some camps maybe because they disdain towards Esau and think that they done switch things up. You know what I mean? And they done corrupted stuff too much. I think they disdain is the reason why they go to the full moon sometimes to stay away from Esau. I guess you know what I mean. I think that's not
yeah. Well, like you said, there's other groups out there that do the same thing. But he's saying he got that from the Apocrypha.
I read the Apocrypha. I don't see how they got that from the Apocrypha.
Okay.
I don't see it.
Right. Okay. We got a eyewitness to the Apocrypha here and say, they don't understand how you got that. He's talking about Ecclesiasticus 43rd chapter.
I gotta read it, but I'm gonna go read it. But
Really? We got some debate on that, my brother.
I'm gonna go read it.
So yeah, that's why you can't mingle the Apocrypha with the Bible.
No.
All right, they're two different books, and one of the things that the Apocrypha Apocrypha doesn't have in common with the Bible is that it doesn't speak about the resurrection or eternal life. And so you can't mingle those two together. And also you got the story of Bel and the dragon and the story of the prophet Daniel. They're talking about some of the same things that the prophet Daniel went through, but they tell it in a different way. So who's right, the Apocrypha or Daniel?
But the thing of it is, the Apocrypha don't even have an author, right? Mm-hmm. Why would you want to read some uncertain who wrote it?
What third chapter?
Right.
For the
Mother
third
Marsha,
chapter?
huh?
For the third chapter.
For the third chapter, yeah. You got it?
I'm gonna read it.
Okay. Mother Marsha says, Shalom, Elder. I just typed the title and subtitle of the book. We know that, Mother. Right. We just messing with you. So yeah, we know. We know that's what you got it from, right? So we know you know more better than that. What script do we have to prove this other than an almanac or the Gregorian information? Well, you can get on the internet. They'll tell you the same thing. So you got your source of belief, and we have ours. There's no conflict between you and I, or you and us. So if that's what you believe, go ahead and believe it. We're not going to complain about it. Yahweh's given us the spirit to keep it this way, and you've been given the spirit to keep it that way. All right? So be my guest. We're not complaining about you, and we hope you don't complain about us. If anybody want to find out about us, you just seen ncci.org. You find out about us, go to our website. You can find out all the information, all the frequently asked questions, and what our beliefs are. And go to our website and check it out, and check back with us. I don't have anything after that. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and shut it down, Facebook and YouTube. Great questions, great comments. Praise Yahweh for you. Follow us next week to our history class on the third day, which is Tuesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Check us out and spread the word that this is what we're about. All right. I know, we're not the only people that you people look at, so we're thankful that you do check us out from time to time, but we try to be consistent and try to enlighten you on a few things, and maybe have you ask questions and let you know that the way you do things may not be the way other Israelites do things. All right, but again, we don't complain about it. We just do what we do, and they do what they do. All right, but we're thankful that you pulled us up and you checking in with us and asking us questions. We're thankful for that, but continue on to do it. We're going to go ahead and shut it down. Let's see here. Again, thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Yah be with you and bless you, and shalom.